How many of you have ever had money troubles? Had to try and last for a few more days until payday? Wanted something really bad, but you didn't have the means to pay for it. So you try and save up, but something always comes up, such as a bill has to be paid, new tires, you need gas, kids have something that they need for a trip. That's why I think the kids in elementary, middle, and high school should all have financial education classes. All kids in school should be taught some sort of financial education while they are in high school. They need these skills now more than ever because of saving money up and using this money to get things such as a car, or if they want to get a candy bar when they're in a store, or so they don't have to ask you for a toy when they go into a store. They can pay for it by themselves. And as they get older, they can keep putting money into the bank and their savings account, and the interest will build up through the savings account because of the bank giving your children money through the savings and interest. Even being able to keep yourself out of bankruptcy and keeping your family on a budget would help the kids learn a little of financial literacy in their own homes, but that does not keep them from not understanding financial education. If the kids in school do not have the ability to understand finance, then everyone as a community will continue to have economic challenges for an even longer period of time. The way it was done in the past, many of the parents would teach their kids about finance when the parents don't know very much about finance themselves. And as these parents get older and they teach their kids, some little details are lost, and the kids will teach their kids the same thing and will also lose details, and eventually there will be very little known through the kids without taking a financial education class. According to CreativeWealthInternational.com, 75% of Americans live financially on a week-to-week basis, in which being financially unstable in your own home is one of the main causes of divorce in America, which can make many college students look before they start their life right after college. What they'll want to do is go home and pay off their debts and get a foot in the door. Then we won't have and even in their careers while they try and get the foot in the door, the town they live in may not have their major. An online survey was taken in 2003 asking college students where they plan to live after they got out of college. 61% of them said they were going to live at home. With the years coming to a more modern age, kids still have their chores, but they'll keep getting paid more and more as they get older for doing these chores. So if the kids get paid more, they need to learn how to financially handle the money that they make, whether it be saving it up for a new toy, a new bike, or even saving it up to have a better car when they're older. Or any kind of education that these kids can get in a school for financial security would be a big help. Getting it at home would be a big help, but if they got it while they were in school, it would be so much more, because a teacher would have to take a college class, or would have had to taken a college class on it, and then they could pass on their knowledge to the children through means of books, assignments, and helping them out. The examples can vary on why kids need to take a financial education class, but I can guarantee you that it will help your kids and the economy more than trying to teach them yourself would. It wouldn't hurt them necessarily, but they would be able to learn through real exercises, real assignments, real work, real information on how to be financially secure for the rest of their lives, even if they had a job that didn't pay, say, $30 an hour, $25 an hour, or a job that went off of a salary of over $50,000 or a steady $60,000 income. If they had the means of financial security, they could live off of a $35,000 budget. There are many examples of people that do. People in the court system that are just people that record information down. They live off between $30,000 and $40,000 a year, and they do fine. It all depends on the education that the child has when they're in school.